You got a minute, you're giving him tickets. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so I am actually Templin. I'm going to tell you guys a little bit about myself, who I am, about my business, and how I kind of got started. So I am a director with Team Let's Flamingo, #FindYourFlock. Yes, that is our entire team name. It is long, but I'm going to kind of explain why throughout this session about why our team name is so long. So I am married. My husband and I are high school sweethearts. We got married almost 3 years ago. In October of last year, we welcomed a baby. So she is 4 months old. She's home with a double ear infection right now. So I started with Cincy in 2014. I joined as a hobbyist. Didn't we all? We all love the product, so we joined just to be able to get it for free. And I actually ended up canceling off in 2017. I ended up going back to school full-time and pursuing my degree. And I took 6 months off to go back to school full-time and to work full-time in a criminal defense law firm. That was enjoyable. So I reinstated in April of 2018. No team, no title, nothing. I didn't even have the contact information for my customers. So all of the customers that I had built since 2014, I had nothing. So when I reinstated, we had just moved to a new area. My husband is active duty Army. He is currently a recruiter. Go Army. He's currently a recruiter in Fredericksburg, Virginia. So we are home for the next 4 years, which is wonderful. But when I reinstated, we actually had just moved to Fort Drum, New York. If anybody's been to Fort Drum, it is like snow capital of the area. Yeah, I actually had a teammate who was supposed to be here today. She got 40 inches of snow in the last 24 hours, so she's not able to be here. But we had just moved to Fort Drum, so I had no clue. I had never met anybody up there. I had never known the area. I had no clue what I was doing. So I actually ended up hitting director in 6 months when I first came back in 2018. So October of 2018, hit director with a team of 17. Tiny little team of rock stars. So I'm going to kind of explain a little bit about how I did that to give you guys a little bit of motivation, because it can be done very, very easily. And one of the ways it can be done very easily is by learning your brand and by looking into attraction marketing. So today we're going to talk, the theme of today's session is how to step up your Cincy life, and we're going to talk about how to attract the right type of people. So raise your hand if you guys have ever heard of attraction marketing. Cool. So we have some people in here who haven't heard of attraction marketing, which is good. So the theme of attraction marketing is that your vibe attracts your tribe. So what you put off is what you're going to get back. So you're not just selling Cincy products we're actually selling ourselves. And no, not in the explicit way. We're not on the corner selling ourselves. But in selling ourselves, we're selling our customer service, we're selling our vibe, we're selling our opportunity to join. And you're going to attract like-minded individuals by selling yourself, essentially. And don't mind me, I have notes because, I squirrel really easily, so I will get off topic if I don't. But by selling yourself, you're going to attract new team members, new hostesses, new customers that are very similar to yourself, your vibe, and they're going to become your tribe. So we are here today to start attracting those right types of people and stepping up our #Cincy life, because we like hashtags around here. So what does attraction marketing look like? And the answer to that is authenticity. If you guys saw me walk across the stage during general session, authenticity is kind of my thing. I am the first person who will be a hot mess in front of all of you. Like, I will probably trip at some point during this. It's just bound to happen. But I am an absolute hot mess, and I'm not afraid to be a hot mess because it's who I am. And I attract hot messes. I do. So it's about being real. And sometimes that means being vulnerable. It happens. But it also means sharing versus selling. So sharing versus selling is huge, because when you share, your customers are going to find trust in you. And when you're selling, they're going to be like, oh, okay, just another salesperson. Just another one of It doesn't work real well. So we're going to actually want to share versus sell, which is going to make you more authentic and your customers are going to trust you more. So all of these things describe that necessary shift that I needed when I rejoined in 2018. I had no clue how to share versus sell, or about my brand, or about how to be authentic. I had no clue what I was doing. So when I shifted my mindset into this attraction marketing lifestyle, I skyrocketed. My customers trust me more, my team members trust me more, and I've created this vibe and this tribe that we're authentic and we're real. So I'm gonna ask you guys a question, and I don't want you to be shy, okay? This is gonna be a tough question. So how many of you guys have seen a post from another consultant, and you've been like, ooh, I like that post. I like that picture. I like those words. Copy paste. Done. I'm gonna copy paste it. Hey, guess what? I've done it. We've all done it. Second question. Who has ever screenshotted your website and posted the picture with your link? I've done it. A lot of us have done it. I'm not saying that that's wrong. I'm not saying that that's the wrong thing to do. But what I am saying is that it's a lot better to share the products and how you're using them on a daily basis than to just put your website and your link or the same thing that another consultant posted. And the reason for that is that when you are sharing the same thing that another consultant has posted, or sharing something from like the marketing tab, things like that, every other consultant is going to share that same thing. So when you're trying to make another consultant's post fit your tribe, it's like putting a square peg in a round hole. It doesn't necessarily work. And it may work every once in a while if you kind of like shave the corners off a little bit and shove really, really hard. But more often than not, are you not going to be able to shove that square peg in that round hole? So connecting with our tribe is not a one-size-fits-all post. It is definitely not a one-size-fits-all recruiting message. And it is not a one-size-fits-all party. So we have to kind of tailor what we do and what we talk about to each and every person that we encounter. So remember, we're selling ourselves. We're not just selling Cincy products. We are selling ourselves. So let's talk about how we're going to make that work. We're going to dig deep, and we're going to look inside ourselves. So I want you guys to imagine that you are on your magic school bus, and you are Miss Frizzle, and we're going to get real tiny, and we're going to go inside of ourselves and inside of our brains, and we're going to find out who we are at the heart of all of this. We're going to find out our brand. We're going to find out how to sell ourselves. Yes. So if you go to page 18 in your workbook, I know that that's not the Step Up Your Cincy Life page. Don't worry. This is your first session, so I get to take advantage of the notes section of your workbook before you fill it up with all kinds of other things. So I'm going to give you guys a second to be able to grab that workbook and turn to page 18. So at the top of your workbook, I want you to write the letters, or the words, I am, in big bold letters. I am. Just I am. Okay, after you've got the words I am written down, I want underneath of that for you to write 5 words or phrases that describe you, your life, or you as a person, but don't start writing yet. Don't start writing yet. I'm going to tell you guys my I am statements. So this will kind of give you an idea of what I'm looking for when you guys are writing this. So I have it written all pretty in my notebook here. I am in big bold letters and different colors because I am that #extra. So mine would be I am a military spouse or an army wife. I am a first-time mom. I am crafty as all get out. As you guys can see on my thing here, I used my Cricut for this. I'm a pet owner. I have 2 cats and a dog. 100-pound dog.
And then it's lunch until 12:15. Yeah.
Welcome, stragglers. Spirit. Woo! take a seat. We've already got started, but it's okay. We're gonna single you out later. Just kidding. I promise I won't single you out.
Whoa, told you all.
I caught myself. Okay, so I've given you guys a couple minutes to write your I am statements. So, let's talk about my I am statements real fast. So, one of my I am statements was that I'm an Army wife. So, one of the things that I can use with being an Army wife is that we move every couple of years, and I don't have to find a new job everywhere I go, which is wonderful. I have the opportunity to stay at home with my daughter, which is also wonderful. Let me tell you how enjoyable it is being able to stay at home and watch every single milestone that she hits. So being a first-time mom, I can learn that scent circles in the diaper genie kind of cover the stench of the diaper genie, but that thing is gross. Absolutely gross. I can also learn that counter clean gets Sharpie off of pretty much anything. It does. I can also learn that our dish soap, if you have ever found a bottle in some obscure place in your house that's still full of formula or milk, our dish soap covers the stench of that as you're trying to wash it. I promise it does. I do it on the daily. So, as a crafty person, I like to dress up my orders. You guys see my little bags over there? Those are for my teammates, but I like to be pretty crafty. I put together things for my team. I put together things for my customers. I also do my own personal scent crates or whiff boxes, so I get to be crafty in that atmosphere. But it means that I don't have to limit myself. I don't have to limit myself, which is one of the things I absolutely hated about working in corporate America. I wasn't allowed to be crafty. By being a pet owner, I can tell everybody with confidence all about our pet products because I use them. And I can post pictures of my cute little animals on my Facebook. If anybody wants to be my Facebook friend for cute baby pictures and cute animal pictures, I got you. I promise. But I can also learn that Odor Out Scentsy Fresh takes the smell of dog pee out of your foam mattress when your dog soaks all the way through your foam mattress. Yes, and vomit. It takes the scent out of pretty much everything. But let's talk about the flamingos. So that might seem like the most obscure thing, but I promise it's the most important. So flamingos not only started as a Scentsy thing for me, but they've now blended into my personal life. So I did not start my team name as Team Let's Flamingle. We actually started as a group chat that was What the Flock. Yeah. And some of my original girls will probably remember that group, What the Flock. But we decided, I saw somewhere this Let's Flamingle thing, and I was like, oh, Let's Flamingle, let's have a party. So that became our team name. But it started blending over into my personal life. Anytime somebody saw anything flamingo related, I was getting a message on Facebook, or I was getting a text, or I was getting tagged in something. Flamingos then became my brand image. So having a brand image like that keeps me in the mind of people. When they see a flamingo, they're gonna message me, or they're gonna think about me, or they're gonna say, oh crap, that's right, I need to order some Scentsy stuff. It happens a lot. So having a brand image like that is super, super important. So I'm gonna give you guys some homework, but I don't want you to work on it just quite yet. So I want you to think about this. That list that I had you write for your I am statements, next to each one of those I am statements, I want you to write one person who you have that in common with. So if it's Army wife, I would write down somebody's name who's also an Army wife. If it's crafty, I would write down somebody who's crafty that I know. So write down a name next to each one of those I am statements. If you don't have a name, don't worry, we're gonna find somebody. We're gonna meet new people. Woo, scary. It is super scary. But one of the things that you need to always be doing is always be building your business. So if you don't have somebody that fits that, find somebody. And you're gonna keep this list handy because this is your dream team list. And this is not necessarily your dream team list for recruits. This is your dream team list for customers, hosts, and recruits. This is gonna be the list that you're gonna start with and you're gonna build on it. So every time you think of, oh, Army wife, add a new person to that list. because that is who you are, and that's the tribe that you want to attract. Your vibe attracts your tribe. So, let's talk about some scenarios. This is my favorite part. I get to tell you guys all about my life. So we're going to start with a join scenario because we always want to be in the mindset of join, host, buy, not buy, host, join. And I know that that's something that a lot of people struggle with, but I actually learned this from Dottie Roundtree, and I don't know if she's going to be in one of my sessions today, but yes, my lady, 2015, I came to your, it was a spring sprint. You taught me this. You did, and it has stuck with me, girl, all the way till today. So, Dottie taught me in 2015 to always be thinking in the mindset of join, host, buy. And it is legitimate because you want to know what? If you ask somebody to join your team and they say no, the next thing that you can say is, okay, well, let's get you some of this for free. Host a party with me. And if they say no to that, okay, your total is $26.33. I'll put in that 6-pack for you. And that's what it used to be, is $26.33, but it's not anymore. So that mindset is going to get you a lot further. So let's talk about a join scenario. So I meet another military spouse on one of our wonderful Facebook pages, but not so wonderful. But she's talking about how she wants to find a job to work from home. And I'm like, okay, let me get in on this. So I send her a message. I'm like, hey girl, saw you wanted to work from home. What's got you thinking about doing that? And she was like, you know, we just moved here. I've got 2 little ones. We're thinking about adding another one to our family. And I'm like, girl, been there. Absolutely have been there. And I legitimately have. We just moved to a new area. I didn't know anybody. So I'm like, hey, you know what? I felt the same way when we first moved to this area, and I became a Scentsy consultant. And you want to know what? It's the best thing I ever could have done for myself, because I get to stay at home with my kids. I get to work from home every day. Now, it does take hard work and dedication, but it's the most rewarding job I've ever had in my entire life. And what I've done when I've talked to that person is that I've sympathized with them. I've been there, because I have. I'm not BSing them. I have been there. But I didn't talk about quotas. I didn't talk about join kits. I didn't talk about anything business related other than the fact that I saw a need and I filled a void, because they're going to be my tribe. So I've planted a seed with them, and it may not bloom right away. Don't worry. It will one day. But what I've also done is I've set realistic expectations with that person. It takes hard work and dedication to work this business. This is not easy money. I'm not going to tell you that, hey, if you join today, you can have $200 in your pocket tomorrow without doing anything, because it doesn't work that way. We have to work hard. But I've also resonated with her about being a stay-at-home mom, because that is tough. Tough to be a stay-at-home mom. But what's even tougher is being a stay-at-home mom and not having any money to your own name. It sucks. So having your own money from being a stay-at-home mom is great. But I would also follow this up with a recruiting packet, whether I meet her at Starbucks or whether I mail it to her. And I would kind of let that seed bloom from there. So let's talk about hosting. I'm in Hobby Lobby, which Hobby Lobby lovers unite, because I'm a Hobby Lobby addict, being crafty. But I'm in Hobby Lobby walking around the fabric aisle with my daughter in her car seat and pushing her stroller, strolling along, having a good time. And this lady stops me and she says, oh my gosh, that's the most adorable little blanket. And I'm like, what is this lady talking about? And I look down and my daughter has this crochet blanket on her lap that my best friend Katie crocheted for her that has a glittery flamingo on it. And I'm like, oh, you do? My best friend crocheted that for me because my Scentsy name is Team Let's Flamingo. What have I done? I told her that I'm a Scentsy consultant. And she's like, oh, I love Scentsy. And I'm like, yes, you do. Yes, you do. So I grab a catalog from out of my bag, because we should all have them in our purses. And I say, hey, girl, here's this catalog. It's a brand new spring and summer catalog for 2020. Let me get your contact information. This evening I'll follow up with you and let's book you a party. Let's get you some of this for free. Write down all your favorites. And I'm going to call you tonight. I promise I'm going to call you. And we're gonna host a party. And she's like, okay. And so what did I do that evening? I called her and we chat. But you want to know what? She sees on my catalog, there's a flamingo on it. Every catalog that I give out has a sticker on it with my contact information, and it has a flamingo on it because that's my brand. So I've seen her. She loves flamingos too because obviously she noticed my little blanket in my car seat. So I call her and we're chit-chatting and I'm like, girl, you know, I've got the greatest idea. Let's do a flamingo bingo. Let's do a flamingo bingo at your place. Have all your friends come over. We'll play bingo. I love bingo. I got my bingo wings ready to go. So she's like, oh my gosh, that sounds so much fun. And I'm like, okay, send me a list of all the people who are ready to come to your party or who you think might want to come. And I'll mail them some cute little like postcards to get flamingo bingo. You can actually find some flamingo party invites on your workstation. They're available. I was so excited. So I was authentic with that person and I was creative. I got creative with the flamingos and the flamingo bingo, but I got to kind of flex my wings a little bit there with the being creative. So let's talk about how to find customers. Because this is what everybody wants, right? More customers? Yeah. So I'm sitting in my car eating my McDonald's because my child has fallen asleep in her car seat and I'm not moving her. And I stop in the driveway and out from underneath my seat rolls a bottle. I don't know how long that's been in my car at all. So as soon as I get in the house, I take that bottle and I pop it on the counter and next to it I put our dish soap. Take a picture, post it on Facebook with the caption, who's found a bottle in the most obscure place ever and it still has formula in it? Me. It's disgusting. Hashtag hot mess mom. Because I am. So what do? I post that picture on Facebook with that quote and that hashtag. And I've told people, A, I'm a hot mess. They can resonate with that. There's lots of us out there, I know. But what I've also done is I've showed them that our products work with that. I would probably add to the caption, Scentsy dish soap to the rescue, because that stuff, literally Johnny Appleseed covers the smell of formula real well. The Johnny Appleseed dish soap is wonderful. So I can guarantee you that my mom friends are probably gonna stock up on some dish soap. Probably gonna do it. Or if I find some counter clean and some Sharpie marker or something when my child gets old enough, she's only 4 months now, so she's not coloring with Sharpie yet. But when she does, I'll post a picture and I'll probably clean it live because we all know our products work, so get authentic, get real, get on Facebook, get on live, do it. So, I want to get you guys out of your comfort zones. Who's scared? Woo-woo. I promise I won't pick on the scared ones. So what I want you guys to do is I want to hear a couple people share their I am statements. So I want to hear who you guys are. Who wants to share? Okay.
I can run it.
Oh, sure. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Where were you pointing?
Oh,
Right here?
go for it.
Oh, Lord. Oh, got this.
So tell us your name, where you're from, and your I am statement, or one of your I am statements.
Hi, I'm Caitlin Brooklyn. I'm from Salem, New Jersey. And I am all things pineapple.
Ooh.
Everything pineapple.
All things pineapple. So what are we going to do with that?
Put it on all my labels.
Yes, ma'am, you are. You're going to start branding all your stuff with pineapples, aren't you? So that anytime somebody sees a pineapple, they're going to be like, hey, stand tall, wear a crown, and be sweet on the inside, girlfriend.
That's literally everything.
I love pineapples.
And lover of animals.
Lover of animals, awesome. So what are we going to do with that? We're going to do...
Counter clean with roll for my dog.
There you go. Or you want to know even better, reach out to those animal organizations and see if you can do a fundraiser. You love animals.
Mother-daughter team shoes already got.
There you go, there you go. Okay, who else wants to share? I need one more, couple more. So let's do my fan right here in the front, Michelle.
Hi, I'm Michelle Welch. Originally from Baltimore, but now I'm in Blitzen, PA. A wife, mom, and grandmom of 3 granddaughters just last 10 days ago.
Wow, congratulations.
Thank you. I am creative and extra just like you. I'm authentic, supportive, and I'm just me.
That's perfect, perfect. So you're going to use that creativity, and what are we going to do with it?
I use it for everything. I design my own business cards. I've done my
Awesome.
own posts so that I don't copy everyone else.
Perfect.
So I try to do everything for me. and because I like unicorns, so I try to do everything with unicorns.
Perfect.
And so I have
Awesome. I love that.
Oh,
I love that. So we're going to be sharing all the unicorn buddies, all
I
the
have.
buddy clips.
I have.
Perfect.
It's all over my Facebook, all over my business page.
There you go. Okay, one more. I think we've got a couple. Yeah, we got 1 minute, so one more. So let's do somebody in the back, all the way on the end.
I am a twin boy mom, dog lover, beach lover, a hunter, and I'm also a crafter.
A cricketer, yeah, cricket fam. So what are we gonna do with that? You're a boy mom, they're nasty. Bathroom cleaner, girlfriend. I promise you, it gets everything off the back of those toilets because they can't aim. They can't. My husband is the worst about it. It's disgusting. So we're gonna use that and be authentic with our customers. We are going to be authentic. Okay, that's all I got for y'all. So I am excited for you